Something else we discussed off camera. You discussed wanting to create your own lane, do your own thing, a la ODB. You talked about having an influence from him, which doesn't really surprise me. He was wild. You do the wild thing. You know, you make.
He wasn't wild. He was himself.
Explain that.
He was himself. He didn't say, I need to wear this. I need to act like that, talk like this. He was himself. Mm-hmm. And I don't relate it to that. You know what I'm saying? Because I've always been myself. Always. Since I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? And I don't bite my tongue. If I'm wrong, and I realize I'm wrong, I'll apologize later. But as for now, I'm going to tell you what's on my mind. And I don't care about the politically correct shit, because the politics is all fucked up anyway.
So with that in mind, you got to be loving your fellow label mate Meek. He just blacked out the other day on that whole Drake thing.
My nigga. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not tripping on that. You know what I'm saying? But
he done made it a little tense though. I mean, because his girl is with that crew and he's with this crew.
Yeah, and
Ross has always been cool with Drake.
And again, you got problems with one of my homeboys. You got problems with me.
And Meek falls under that umbrella.
I fuck with Dog. That's, you know, I'm not saying that I call Dog every day. I've been with any of his houses or nothing like that. It's not that deep. But you fuck with my big homie. You fuck with my big homie. My big homie fucks with you. So from a distance, it ain't nothing but love. I got you. And if there's any problems, you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And it is. That's what it is, my nigga. You know? Straight up. I'm not saying, Drake, see me, I'm gonna shoot you. Ain't none of that.
Right.
But I'm riding with me.
Would you think to tell him to relax a little bit? As someone who's already been through enough unnecessary drama.
I definitely would. You know what I mean? Because there's a 5-letter word. It's called karma. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I don't like to talk about anybody if they're not in the room. Because I want you to defend yourself. That's just how I go. You know what I'm saying? But at this point in the game, it's great for publicity to promote album sales. But as for the culture, you know what I'm saying? I don't agree with it. You know what I'm saying?
You don't think he did it for publicity? You think he's just
He's
talking
just being
his mind?
him.
Yeah, he's just shooting from the hip.
But you know how the cameras and everybody picks it up and fucking runs with it.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's publicity. But as a whole for the culture, you know, the culture is not the culture we grew up on. Writing your own shit. You could tell when somebody's writing their own shit. And you know what I mean? The culture is past that now. It's now a commercial. It's commercial culture now. So if he's a pop artist, rap, pop, hip hop artist, whatever, let it be. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you violate something like slapping a bitch ass, that's my bitch, or you in the streets and you talking down, and you think you gangster or something like that, and all right, then we gonna see about you. But as far as that, you know, he's on top of the game right now. You know, with me, if I was in that position, I would humble myself, and I would thank God. You know, I done beat a life sentence. You know what I mean? I done sat down for a minute. I done had fucking co-defendants giving statements, and now I have a #1 album. Do you think I got a problem with anybody? Hell no. I got no issues with nothing. Just the water in my pool's too cold. Fuck. That's the only problem I got. I'm not, you know,
good
that's
problem
just
to have.
me. That's just me. I appreciate and every little thing. I don't give a fuck. It's a fucking grain of rice. I appreciate it because I never had that. You know what I'm saying? To split even with my partners. So, you know, I wouldn't be focused on another nigga not writing his rhymes. You know what I'm saying? But he is telling the truth. He's being himself. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I can't talk down on that. But if it was me, I would be, I'll be appreciative in the position that I'm in.